everyone, myself Shahana. I am from CMR University. Today we'll be stepping to topic of Introduction to Programming in C. Introduction to Programming in C focus on basics of computer programming using the C language. We'll start with programming. It's important to understand the core concepts like variable, loop, conditional statements, functions, and data structure. C provides a strong foundation for all of these. It teaches how a computer programs information and how we as programmers can control the process. Uh, One of the oldest and most widely used programming language, especially in system software and applications that requires high performance. C was developed in early 1970s, yet it's still widely used today. Why? Because it's powerful, efficient, and fast. Even though there are in modern languages available, many systems still use C due to its performance and stability. It's often called as mother language because many other languages are derived from it. System software includes operating system and compiler. In some situations where performance is critical like in gaming, data system and embedded system. Why we should learn C? C is a incredible valuable especially for anyone starting their programming journey. One of the main reason is that C builds a strong foundation for understanding how computer works at low level. If someone learns C first, it becomes easier to pick up other more modern programming language like Python, Java. That's because many of course concepts like loop function and conditional statements are stayed across language. Other major benefit is that C gives you insights into what happening behind the screen in a computer system. It introduced pointers which are variable that stores memory address. This is something most high level language hide from you, but it see you get the work directly with memory. You also learn how data is stored and assist, which helps in understanding operating system architecture, how memory management works, and how your code interact with hardware. Further, we'll move to history of C language. C was originally developed in 1970s by Denny Ritchie at Bell Telephone Laboratory. Now it is commonly called as Bell Labs. He was created to improve and build up earlier language like B and BCPL. The goal was to create a language that was both powerful, flexible for developing system software, particularly the operating systems, which was also developed around time. C is high level, general purpose, structured programming language. Instructions of C consist of terms that are very closely same to algebra expression consisting of certain English keywords such as if, else, for, do, and while. It supports structured programming features like function and loop, which helps organize code better. The instructions in C are quite similar to algebraic expressions and use common English keywords like if, else, for, do, and while, which makes its relativity easy to learn and understand. One of the special thing about C is that it includes features of low-level programming as well. It acts as bridge between high-level and machine-level language. This means programming can write code that runs very efficiently and can even interact directly with hardware when needed. Because of this feature, C became very popular and for writing system software like operating system and compilers as well as for application development. Basic syntax and structures. Every C program has a particular format it follows, and understanding this is efficient for writing correct and efficient code. Functions. Main function. This is starting point of any C program. The code inside main function is what gets executed first when you run the program. It called the entry point of the program. Then keywords and identifier. These are reversed words in C like hint, float, if, else, etc. They have special meaning in the language and cannot be as name for variables or functions. Identifier. These are names given to a variable, function, array, etc. They are created by the programmers and must follow naming rule. Comments. Comments are used to explain parts of code so that it's easy to understand. Two types: single line comment and multi line comments. Furthermore, data types. C supports a variety of data types to handle different kinds of data. Hint used to store integers like 1, 2, minus 5, etc. Float used to store a decimal or floating point number. Float has less precision that double. Character stores a single character like A to Z. C also supports complex type like array and structures. These data types helps you to control what kind of value your variable can hold. Then file handling. C allows programs to interact with files for input and output. F opens a file for reading and writing. Printf output text to the file or screen. Scanf take input from file or user. F close the file after use. File handling is useful for reading data from files or saving results, so the program do exist need to reprocess everything each time. Variable is nothing but a name given to a storage area that our programs can manipulate the set of operations that can be applied to the variable. Importance to understand variable is essential because they are the basic building blocks used to store and work with data in any programs. There are so many types of variable. In that, char stands for character, hint stands for hint, float used to store a decimal number, double like float but with double or precision, avoid presence, no value or no type. Constant is a value or an identifier whose value cannot be allotted in program. Here pi is constant. Basically what it means pi is equals to 3.14. It's same for this all programs. We should use constant to improve code readability, to make our program easy to maintain, to prevent additional changes to important values. Operators are symbol that tells the computer to perform specific mathematical or logical operations on variables and values. Next we have arithmetic operations that includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, and etc. Then assignment operators. Assignment operators are used to assign values to variable. The most common one is equals to, but C provides shortcut version to perform arithmetic and assignment in one steps. We can see the programs. We can see the examples. Relational operators. Relational operators compare two values. The result of comparison is neither true or false. will step into a control structure. Purpose: it directs the flow of program based on condition or repetition. Type: conditional statement, if else, and etc. Switch: cleaner option when checking multiple values of the same variable. Loops: for loop, best when number of iteration is known. While loop checks condition before running the loop. Do while loop runs at least once before checking the condition. Functions: breaks code into reusable, manageable blocks. Declaration: function name, return type, and parameters. Definition: actual code that runs call where the function is used. Key points: uses parameters to pass data. Function can run value or be avoid. Explain scope: local or global variables. Array and string: arrays fixed size location of elements. Strings array of characters ending with a null terminators. Pointers: stores and manage memory address. Used in pointer arithmetic, array and pointer relationship. Pointers to functions, dynamic memories. Keywords are nothing but system defined identifiers. Keywords are reversed words of language. They have specific meaning in the language and cannot be used by the programmers as variables or constant name. C is case sensitive. It means this must be used as it is 32 keywords in C programming. Declaration: we have two types of declarations. Global: global, visible throughout program. And it also describes use throughout program. Another local program. Local declaration: visible within function, describe data used only in functions. Further, we move into a types of statements like expression statements. These perform calculation or actions. Then compound statements, a group of statements enclosed in brackets. Selection statement used for decision making, if else switch. Declaration statement, declaration variable and their types. Example: int x comma y. Iteration statement, loops used for repeating a blocks of code. Example: for while. Jumping statements, control the flow by jumping to another part of program. Example: break, continue, and return. Next, here we have some programs. We'll see the programs. First, we have the program to convert miles to kilometer. First, we'll include studio.h. This is include and stand input or output library which provides functions. Int main: this is main function where program execution begins. Float: miles and kilometers. This declaration: two floating point variables miles and kilometer to store a distance value. Printf: this line prints a message to console prompting the user to enter the distance in miles. Scanf: this line reads the floating point value entered by the user and stored it in the miles variable. Kilometer is equals to miles into 1.60934. This line calculates the equivalent distance in kilometer by multiplying the value in miles by conversion factor 1.6034. Printf: This line prints the result to console, displaying both original distance in miles and converted distance in kilometer formatted to decimal place. Return 0. This line indicates that the program has executed successfully. Here we have this program's output, and next we have the programs like program to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, variable a file input or output. C uses functions like fopen, printf, scanf, fclose. Variables is name store area that programs can manipulate. Basic variable type includes char. Celsius to Fahrenheit. The code demonstrated how the convert Celsius to Fahrenheit using the formula. Integer constant are numerical constant without fractional or exponential part. Operators. C provides varieties of operators. Fahrenheit is equals to Celsius into 9 by 5 plus 32. Using this formula we can convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, and the coming output result will be this. The next program is to print the year is leap year or not. Include studio.h. Include studio input or output library which provides the functions. Main function int main. This is main functions of program executing beginners. Declare variable int here. Declare an integer variable named year to store the year entered by user. Promote for input. Printf displays a message on console asking the user to enter a year. Reading output scanf reads an integer value from the console and store it in the year variable. Leap year check. If statements check if the entered year is leap year based on the following conditions. It is divisible by 4. It is not divisible by 100. Unless it is divisible by 400, this here satisfy the leap year condition. Displays a message indicating that the year is leap year, otherwise displays the message indicating that the year is not a leap year. Return 0 indicates the program is executed successfully, and the output will be this. And next we have a program to print the alphabets from A to Z. In that also same include studio.h. This line includes the standard input or output library which provides the functions. Int main. This is a main function where the program execution begins. Char. This declares variable char of type to store individual letter. This is for loop that iterates through the alphabets. C is equals to A. Initialize with the character A. CH is greater than set of loop conditions to continue as long as CH is lesser than or equal to Z. C++ increment CH to next character as in the ASCII table. Printf inside the loop, this line prints the current value of CH followed by the space return. These lines signal the successful completion of the programs, and the final output will be this. Next we have program to calculate the value of given two positive non-zero integer a and n. includes the standard input and output library which provides function int main, the main functions where the program execution begins, variable declaration int a comma n declares two variables, a is base and n is exponent, long result is equals to 1 declares variable result of type long. Printf promotes the user to enter base. Scanf reads the integer entered by the user and store it in a variable a. Printf again promotes the user to enter the exponent. Scanf reads the integer entered by the user and stored it in the variable n. Then it calculates the result and the return 0 indicates the program executed successfully, and the for being output will be this. Array is a collection of elements of same data type stored in contiguous memory location and accessed using common name and an index. Induced here the three types of arrays: one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array, and here are their examples also. Thank you for watching.